Hey guys, Comic Book News here, and I'm back for a review on Sin City 2: A Dame to Kill For. So this review is spoiler free, so you can watch it without any major spoilers or anything. So to be honest, first off, I wasn't really sure what to expect from this movie. I mean, the original film was good, it was okay, it wasn't really my cup of tea. The effects weren't really like a big appeal for me. I really wanted to see the characters in the movie develop. But it was kind of good. I know because since they're based off comic books or graphic novels or whatever, that's kind of the main reason I saw this movie. Otherwise, I wasn't really like looking forward to it that much compared to other people. But it was okay. I mean, I'm gonna say it here. It was kind of a disappointment. I don't really think it was better than the first one. It's kind of just a bit worse. It's one of those sequels that kind of were really good and some bits were kind of boring and kind of dragged on a tiny bit. Some points I was kind of like, okay, this is happening. We saw a lot of like the gore and the nudity in the first one, so I was kind of used to that, and then I kind of really wanted to see more of the characters, but I didn't really, so I was kind of like waiting for what would happen next. I didn't feel like the movie was building up to anything like the first one. It kind of just like went along at a slow pace, so it was okay in terms of pacing and things. It kind of bored me at some places, but it wasn't too bad. It could have been a lot worse. So there are four main stories in this prequel to the there are four main stories, but a few of them are a prequel to the first film, so you'll definitely want to see that one before you see this film. So one story in this film, it opens with just another Saturday night, when Marv, played by Mickey Rourke, finds himself in the center of all this carnage as he tries to remember the preceding events of what happened in the story. So I thought Mickey Rourke was brilliant. He was fantastic in this. He's one of the best acted characters in this film. I'm not a huge fan of his character. We saw a lot of his character in the first one, so I kind of want to see more of like different sides of it in this one. He kind of did, but we didn't really. But it's fine. His character is quite cool. He's fun. He's quite badass. So yeah, it's pretty good. It was okay, but he definitely Mickey Rourke plays a good role in like making his character what it is right now. So another story is The Long Bad Night, which is the tale of Johnny, like a young gambler who's kind of taking his chances with this huge villain in City by Senator Rourke, played by Powers Booth. And this gambler is Joseph Gordon-Levitt. So Joseph Gordon-Levitt is kind of like, his character's okay. It's nothing like different or big or particularly special to me, but I thought Senator Rourke was really good. Powers Booth, like Mickey Rourke, did a huge job in making his character so cool and really kind of a great character to watch and listen to in the movie. So I was really happy with this one. It was okay. I thought it was better than Marv's story just because we hadn't seen much of Senator Rourke and we hadn't seen any of Joseph Gordon-Levitt in the first one, I don't believe. So it was kind of nice to see some more characters. The other story is what the movie's named after, A Dame to Kill For, which is the central story. It's focused around Eva Green, I don't know how you pronounce it, sorry. But she's the main dame in this. She's the Dame to Kill For. She spends most of the time naked. Yeah, that's just pretty much her character. It wasn't an interesting character. She was cool. She was kind of like, she's nothing special. Eva Green did a very good job of playing it. She's a great actress. I'm a huge fan of hers. But this particular story focused around Josh Brolin's character, Dwight McCarth, I believe. It wasn't the best. I mean, it was kind of disappointing for the main story, to be honest, and it kind of went on for a long time. It was the longest story as well, and it was just like, it was definitely the worst one in my personal opinion. But the last story is Nancy's Last Dance, which follows Nancy Callahan and Jessica Alba from the events of the first movie, which I won't spoil, but she's kind of gone insane with grief and rage, and her character is a lot different from that of the first movie, just from the events from that, which I definitely recommend you watch the first one, like I said. But I love Nancy's character. She's definitely the most interesting. Jessica Alba was okay as the character. She's not the greatest actress, but she did an okay job of playing Nancy. Like I said, I love Nancy's character, so this was my personal favorite one. Yeah, so that's just my opinion. She's just like desperate to get revenge. You see a whole new look for the character. It's really good. I liked it personally. It's my favorite. But then again, like This story, even though it's my favorite, it wasn't the best. I hope we get a third movie, if there is one, just to develop the characters a bit more, possibly reduce the number of stories and kind of make each one longer. Just personally, I felt the ones I liked were short, and then the ones I didn't like were kind of longer. But that might have just been like my experience of being bored of them. I don't know. But the acting was pretty good overall. I really liked it. The effects were good. It's definitely, they're better than the first one, obviously. But it's not really my cup of tea. I know that it's unique. Some people really like it. I personally don't. But I definitely have a lot of respect for Robert Rodriguez and Miller for just doing this movie, something unique, something we haven't really seen much of or at all. So it's kind of fun to see something different and kind of unique in itself, which I like. That's something that I like. I think something that we should see more of in more movies, especially comic book movies. It definitely captures the style of the comic book quite well. I haven't personally read them. I've read a few of them just to get an idea, but nothing too extensive. We get some cameos from like Lady Gaga, which were good. They were nothing special, to be honest. But yeah, the 3D, it was shot in 3D, and the 3D effects, they weren't really prominent. They were at kind of a few points, but most of the time it's kind of very subtle. You don't see much of it. Some people might like that, so it's not too in your face, but some people kind of like to get more bang for their buck. You're paying so much for 3D that you kind of want to see more of it, so you feel like you've got your money's worth out of it. But it was pretty good. So Eva Green was definitely okay. Mickey Rourke and Robert Thingy Booth, sorry, I forgot his name. They were the best actors in this. But overall, the movie was okay. I give it a 3 out of 5 or a 6 out of 10, 6.5 out of 10. It's okay. I definitely recommend you watch it at some point, like on Netflix or if you just rent the movie. But I really don't think it warrants a purchase or anything. Or definitely not to go watch in a cinema theater or anything. So yeah, that's my review on Sin City 2: A Day to Kill For. Thank you guys for watching, and please subscribe and have a nice day.